Today, we're talking about a legendary video game and where it's showing up in some really weird places.
So, let's just dive right in with a weird question, one that actually has a pretty wild answer.
Yep, the answer is absolutely yes. And this is probably the most famous example of this whole phenomenon.
So how'd they do it? Well, a hacker just swapped the screen and hooked up a tiny computer. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. So where did this whole crazy trend even come from?
It all started back in '93 with Doom. The real game changer? They made the source code public.
Making the code open source meant anyone could mess with it, and that's exactly what people did. And that sparked a challenge, kind of like a meme for coders, but can it run Doom?
Okay, so let's look at some other stuff that runs Doom. You might have some of it at home.
You bet. People have gotten it running on the screen of a smart fridge. Of course it runs Doom.
Yep, even an ATM. They even figured out how to use the pin pad to control the game.
Your thermostat isn't safe either. They got it on there and even nicknamed it the Doomistat.
And the list just keeps going. It's honestly kind of wild how many everyday things have been hacked.
Someone modified a $15 smart lamp from IKEA just so it could play the game.
And for maybe the tiniest screen yet, how about a vape pen?
Seriously?
And yeah, it ran at a pretty incredible 6 frames per second. Smooth, right?
Okay, so this all seems kind of pointless, right? But there's a real reason people do this.
It's basically the ultimate test of hackability. If you can get Doom on it, you can do anything.
So what seems like just a silly joke is really a celebration of creativity and pushing limits.
It's a perfect symbol of how a dedicated community can turn a classic game into a cultural icon.
This whole thing isn't slowing down, which really just leaves one big question on everyone's mind.